Hey, and good morning. We are here with Omuugn, and I'm really excited about today's conversation because we have a topic that most leaders and most parents and every athlete that's ever been on the planet has had to face right in the eyes, and that is the concept of determination. We are reading from the insights and wisdom of Omuugn. So I'm really excited today to talk to Omuugn and find out what determination is and how we might be able to use it in our lives to make us better people. So please help me welcome Omuugn. How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
One of the things that I love about you being a musician is you did not limit yourself to one musical instrument. Growing up, I saw you playing the keyboard and the guitar and the accordion and a little recorder that could also be considered a flute. And there were maracas and bongos and banjos and ukuleles and all different kinds of equipment that you introduced to us. You would practice them while you were writing songs and you were singing us to sleep at night. And so you were kind of, I don't want to say multitasking, but you were putting us to bed and you were writing songs and music and you were practicing your musical instruments and you were entertaining us all in the same space. So I love the fact that you were willing to take what resources you had available to you, including time and musical instruments, and make the most of that with your determination. Because being a dad who is working full time, sometimes double shifts, and still come home and spend time with the family, that is so far beyond what most people do. Most people come home and they just crash on the couch and they watch TV. But I found you were then utilizing all these different skills with the resources and the time that you had available to you. And I'm going to consider that a huge determination because you were teaching us lessons in those songs as you were putting us to bed at night singing to us. How you did it, I don't know.
Yeah, usually in the songs that I wrote, I tried to have a lesson incorporated in the song so that when you heard the song, you would intrinsically absorb the message that I was trying to put across. It was fun to do that. But we need to have a program, a plan, because there's so many things in life that can derail us. If we don't know where we're going, if we don't know what our values are, if we don't know how to make decisions, we can get sidetracked so easily. And our dreams go by the wayside and we don't follow things through to the end. And we just don't find the success that we could have organizing our lives just a little differently. Everyone has challenges, everyone has circumstances. That's just part of life. And it takes some kind of a spiritual quality to push you through all of those kinds of things. As you look at something, you're either a participant or a spectator.
Mm.
And sometimes it's okay to be a spectator. If there weren't any spectators, there wouldn't be any reason for a lot of the games and things that go on. There's a time to be a spectator, but there's a time to be a participant. If you're a participant, you should be a good one and put all of your effort to be successful in that. I know we've talked about it several times. You have an objective to go to the gym and to work out and to look at your health seriously. And that takes determination. It takes time and effort. And you need to see clearly what you're trying to accomplish. And then it's easier to push through. Whereas if it's hit and miss, sometimes you fall by the wayside.
Speaking of that, it's interesting because for me, when I look at determination, I have to stack the deck in my favor because I am human and I'm kind of like everybody else. I like the easy route, and not a lot of the things that I've chosen are the easy route. And so if I don't really focus, I'm going to fall by the wayside and I'm going to fall off the program within a couple of weeks. So for me, what I have to do is I have to go overboard. And this is going to be a weird concept, but I want to share it with you real quickly. I've run 29 marathons and they're 26.2 miles each. But for me to run 26 miles, that is overwhelming. That's just like huge. The very first marathon that I ever ran was a 50-mile race. Now, let me back up just a second. 26 miles is overwhelming to me. And so, in order for me to do 26, my first marathon was an ultra. It was a 50-mile race. I did 50 miles, but what happened is unconsciously I blew right past 26. 26, nothing. 50, whoa. All right. Well, now that I've done the 50-mile race, every time after that that I went to do the 26-mile race, it was like, 26. Ha, I can do that. I've already done it before. Right. So I had to go so far beyond what my goal was that when I came back and I did my average now is 26.2, which meant I could do marathon after marathon after marathon. No worries. When I started intermittent fasting, I never thought that I could go 24 hours of fasting with no food. So the very first intermittent fasting that I did 72-hour fast, and I blew right past 24 hours. Nah, no problem. At about 60 hours, I started going, "Whoa, I'm kinda getting hungry and lightheaded. Where's my food?" Right? And so then whenever I went back to the 24 hours of fasting, no worries. So I had to go so far beyond my goal that when I came back, my average was my goal, my real goal. I'm tricking myself, if you will, because if I want to reach my goal, I have to say what is so far beyond my goal that is actually doable. And can I get there? And then when I come back from my regular routine of 24 hours of fasting or a 26.2-mile race, it's like, no worries. I got this. So just for my own determination, I have to go beyond in order to come back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and you bring up an interesting point, and that is we all respond differently to situations. So you have to figure out what works for you. If that works for you, then that's a good process. Where for me, that doesn't appeal to me at all.
I love this conversation, and I'm so sad that our time is up. We are reading from The Insights and Wisdom of Omuugn. This is book one of book two. There are two copies now available online. So, again, thank you so much for your time and your attention today. Thank you, Omuugn, for joining me and for having this conversation.
Thank you.